WXII 12 News at 6 starts right now.
A Triad student hurt after a science experiment went wrong. What school leaders are saying.
Several schools in the Piedmont Triad are at risk of being taken over by the state because of poor performances. I'm Kirsten Gutierrez in Winston-Salem with one school district's response.
And Governor Cooper's pen is busy vetoing a pair of bills that would have given teachers raises. Why educators are backing him.
First at 6, dig on into your closet. Grab your hats, your gloves, your winter coat, your blanket, your comforter, everything you can. It's more than chilly out there.
Yeah, this person behind us is all of us this weekend. Live look out over North Wilkesboro tonight. Michelle, how cold are we going to get and when does this go out of here?
Yeah, we expect to get down to near 26 degrees overnight, and it does actually begin to moderate throughout the day tomorrow. Upper 40s, so similar to today, but just a couple degrees warmer. And by Sunday, you're going to notice the big shift. So it doesn't stick with us long. It is terribly cold. We should be seeing those temperatures in the 60s instead. Some 20 degrees colder today. The cold front, all thanks to that system that rolled through, drawing in that cold, dry Canadian air. Now we're some 21 degrees colder in the Triad, 19 degrees colder in Galax, and you can see the temperatures beginning to moderate back to the west. Not quite the big warm up yet, but as we go into Monday, you'll notice a change too as we get a lot closer to normal in those mid 60s. So take a look, 41 in Raleigh right now, 41 in the Triad, and your winds today have been up there. They were really intense this morning. They have just started to back off. We still have some wind gusts to get through at the coast, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles an hour there all the way up through Virginia Beach. And look at this, if you're heading out to the stands tonight for Friday night football, 40s quickly become 30s, and we should be closer to the freezing mark as we head toward the midnight hour tonight. So bundling up will be really important as we dip down to 26. That hard freeze all the way through the mountains tomorrow morning with 21 degrees, and definitely earmuffs if you're having to be outside in the mountains as we still have a brisk breeze there through the evening.
All right, thank you so much, Michelle. You can download the WXI 12 News app to track the cold temperatures right down to your own community. You can also send out, we'll also send you some alerts when conditions change in your neighborhood.
Happening now, a Triad student is hurt during a science experiment. This happened inside a classroom in Guilford County. School leaders tell us the experiment was led by the teacher in the advanced chemistry class at Western Guilford High School. They would not say how severe the student's injuries are. Right now, investigators are trying to figure out if all safety protocols were followed. Several schools in the Piedmont Triad are at risk of being taken over by the state because of poor performance.
The state just released a list of 69 struggling schools, and several in the Triad made that list. WXI 12's Kirsten Gutierrez joins us live in downtown Winston-Salem. So Kirsten, which districts are on that list?
Kenny and Talitha, several school districts across our area made that list like you just mentioned. The first topping that list is the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School District, which had the most at 8 schools, followed by Guilford County Schools with 7, and Alamance-Burlington Schools had 2 on the list. The schools on this list are being considered for inclusion in the state's Innovative School District, a program started a few years ago. The goal of the program is to take struggling schools and give them to outside groups like charter school operators to help them improve academic performance. Now, we reached out to the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools Superintendent, Dr. Angela Harrison, who says starting her first day, she's been working with these 8 schools and has developed new school improvement plans. She sent us a statement writing in part, "It is clear that students in each of the school's communities will require additional wraparound services and systems of academic support if they are to truly meet with high levels of success. I am committed to working with the principal and their respective communities to identify and provide the additional supports needed in the community." Now, we also reached out to Guilford County Schools to get their response and have yet to hear back. Now, if any of these schools on this list stay on this list for 4 consecutive years, and they do not improve, they're at risk for the state to take over. Live in Winston-Salem, Kirsten Gutierrez, WXI 12 News.
Kirsten, thank you. Governor Roy Cooper vetoed teacher pay raises today because he believes they are paltry. The Republican-controlled legislature last week approved a 3.9% raise for teachers and staff over 2 years. Most Democrats were opposed to that bill. At a news conference today, the governor said Republican lawmakers can do more for state educators.
They're offering more and more and more in the public. They're saying, all right, we can pay teachers instead of 3.9 that was in our budget, we can pay 4.4. And then yesterday they say we can pay 4.8. Clearly, they can provide our educators more money.
The governor says he is willing to negotiate teacher pay raises separate from Medicaid expansion. He says right now he's waiting for Republicans to come to the negotiating table. Guilford County teachers, meanwhile, are standing behind the governor. At least most of them are. They say they are tired of the political games being played by the General Assembly and want adequate funding for public schools.
Why, when we raised state employees' salaries over 70 days ago, there were no conditions? Yet when the bill Senator Berger put before us, there were conditions for the teachers to get their raise, that there also had to be a vote to override the budget veto. So who is really playing political gamesmanship?
Senate Leader Phil Berger of Rockingham County is responding to the governor's veto of the teacher pay raises that he passed. In a statement, the Republican says, quote, Governor Cooper uses teachers as pawns, blocking their pay increases, then trying to convince them it's all the Republicans' fault. At some point, they'll see his cynical ploy for what it really is.
In Commitment 2020, Mark Johnson says that he will be a candidate for public office next year, but it's unclear which office. A spokesperson for the North Carolina superintendent slammed Governor Cooper for vetoing teacher pay raises, saying it's more and more apparent every day that North Carolina needs a governor who is truly pro-teacher instead of pro-politics, adding, quote, it is clear that change is needed at the top here in North Carolina. Read into that what you will, end quote. It is not clear what he is running for, but a spokesperson says a more specific announcement is coming. The Department of Justice approved a mega merger between BB&T and SunTrust banks. Under one condition, though, they have to sell 28 branches across North Carolina, Virginia, and Georgia. The $66 billion deal still needs approval from the Federal Reserve. The new bank will be called Truist and will be headquartered in Charlotte.
People in Elkin say there's a road construction project that's causing a traffic nightmare downtown. It's leading to a variety of issues, including safety and also costing some businesses customers. State and town leaders say the project is just fine, though. Steve King tonight hears from both sides.
The town of Elkin has had a road improvement project in the works for years. Part of the project, replacing stop lights with stop signs. But some residents and business owners in downtown Elkin say that those stop signs are the source of the problem.
They have engineered in this cute little town the same kind of traffic that they have in Denver, in DC, in Boston, in this little tiny town. They man-made just an abominable situation.
Since they changed the stop lights to stop signs, our business has dropped by 50%. We've lost a lot of foot traffic downtown, and the community just tells us they don't want to deal with the intersection and the problem at the intersection, so they just stopped coming down here.
Some people in town say the four-way stops at Bridge and Main and Bridge and Market are causing delays because drivers are not moving through the intersections efficiently like they once were. However, DOT leaders say the problem is not the stop signs, but extra traffic diverted through downtown Elkin because of the nearby I-77 project. Elkin town leaders worked with the DOT on the road improvement project through downtown and approved the DOT's recommendations for the DOT to install the stop signs. The DOT says the stop signs will stay in place, but congestion will at least go down during the holidays. Starting November 22nd, I-77 southbound near Elkin goes back to 2 lanes, meaning fewer vehicles will take detours through downtown Elkin.
It's unfortunately we're in kind of a situation where the timing was just definitely not the best for both the project to be done and move over. I think we would see the traffic issues that we're having on those high travel days with rerouting of traffic regardless of what traffic pattern we had. I think that's just, it's just the nature of the beast.
Right now, the contractor is planning to be done with southbound activities in 2 weeks. When those activities are complete in 2 weeks, the heavy congestion in Elkin will be drastically reduced.
However, that congestion will pick back up once the first of the year arrives, because I-77 near Elkin southbound will go back to 1 lane. Meanwhile, town of Elkin leaders are working to ease congestion any way they can. They say they will request that the DOT change Standard Street and Spring Street to 4-way stops as opposed to 2-way stops as they are right now. Reporting in Elkin, Steve King, WXII 12 News.
All right, thank you so much, Steve. A warning tonight from Surry County firefighters. Check your smoke detectors as the weather gets colder. A mobile home, in fact, went up in flames overnight on Crutchfield Road in Elkin, where firefighters tell us 3 people inside woke up and found smoke in the home. Thankfully, they were able to make it out safely, but the home is now destroyed. Officials say the fire started in a wood stove and was ruled accidental.
Happening now, prosecutors say a couple of Randolph County deputies were justified in the deadly shooting of a Trinity man. It happened this past summer. The district attorney says Scott Hedgecock posed an imminent threat to authorities. Back on June 5th, deputies Cody Jordan and Christopher Faulkner responded to a suicide threat on Windmere Circle. Deputies say when they got there, Hedgecock charged at them with a knife, so they shot him. The DA says the investigation into this incident is now closed. Happening now, a Thomasville man is in custody tonight, accused of killing someone in his own home. 35-year-old Sylvester Thompson is accused of killing 58-year-old Benny Vines. Vines' body was found inside his apartment on Afton Street yesterday afternoon. Investigators say it looks like Vines died from apparent homicidal violence.
Happening now, a Virginia man hit and killed by a tractor trailer in Rockingham County has been identified. Highway Patrol tells us that Brandon Hollowell was hit while walking along Highway 29 north of the ramp to Highway 87. Troopers tell us that he got out of his vehicle because he had a flat tire. They tell us no charges have been filed. A Rockingham County boy will be laid to rest this weekend. Friends and family will gather tomorrow to say their final goodbyes to Noah Chambers. The 11-year-old was hit by a car last week while trunk-or-treating. He died a few days later. A visitation will be held tomorrow at Covington Wesleyan Church, located in Reedsville, from 4 until 7, and then a celebration of life will be held on Sunday at Westminster Garden Cemetery in Greensboro. It begins at 3 o'clock.